Mitrom and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps. Your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. We are continuing part 98 of Human Ecology Predicament. The topic of today's discussion is we get energy from, energy is the thing that we require to do many things, even to run our bodies. Energy we get from human muscles. Is a human, lot of muscles are there, and like he walks and he can carry the weights. If he's a farmer, he can do a lot of farm work, digging and all those things. Humans get energy from human muscles. Humans domesticated the animals. These animals here, oxen, have a lot of energy. They help the farmers in plowing the field, and they can latch to a bullock cart, and you can put 1 ton of rice bags and you can move a few kilometers away. That means you are harnessing the animal muscular energy. This is a very big improvement in human civilization and increase in the carrying capacity, because we eat the grains that provide energy. That's the important part. There is less grain in the corn and rice or wheat, so on. The rest, the leftover parts that our bodies cannot eat, that is called stubble, the bottom part of the plant. Animals, they eat, and essentially just they're eating a very discarded part and providing us lot of help and energy. That is the animal muscular energy. What is this oil slave? Their muscles, mechanical muscles. If you take an oil drum, a barrel of oil is 42 gallons. A gallon is around about 4 liters, a little less than 4, but you can assume 4. So it becomes 40, make it 40 and 4, 160, that is 158. That is pretty close. A barrel of oil contains 158 liters of oil, 42 gallons. It provides 23,000 man hours in this barrel of oil. If a person works 40 hours a week, 1 week, divide by that, you get around about 580 weeks of the work you can do. There are around about like 4 weeks a month, you make a 58 a year. That means 10 years of the work, the oil slaves, the muscular energy of these fossil fuel, we can say essentially the oil slaves, and their muscular energy will do the work for us. This is a very important concept, how that molded the human civilization, military industrial complex, carrying capacity. You will have a very deeper perspective after this presentation. You can look, this is the South Asia Maps, my education channel, South Asia Maps J. Reddy, and I already have put in more than 330 also. You can go and look at that particular YouTube channel for further details. And hold on, I think I lost somewhere. Yeah. This is the part 98. We are getting energy from human muscles, animal muscles, and slave muscles, the fossil fuel slaves present in the oil drum, and these are the remaining in the human ecology series. You can look at them. That means if we get the work equal to almost 10 years from this simple 1 barrel of oil. Every day we are producing 100 million barrels of oil today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. That's very important. The energy. We have biotic kingdom, that is a plant kingdom, animal kingdom. Hominids are predecessor, human-like beings. Human animals, Homo sapiens, simple human beings like traditional agriculturalists still living in Africa and India, traditional people. They're not big resource consumers. Big resource consumers we know is the Homo colossus. This is the word used by Dr. Carter. Humans, they get the energy from their own muscle. That has happening ever since humans start living on the planet Earth. After domesticating the other animals, humans start using their energy. There is a subtle difference here. Let me explain that. Suppose you have the lion. The lion uses its own energy for walking and all those reproduction and doing the basic metabolic activities. It goes and kills a deer, and the deer it eats. The deer is converted in the digestive system into muscular energy of the lion. That means the lion doesn't have the ability to use without killing the animals, their muscular energy. That's a very, very important point you have to keep in mind. It cannot go and just keep these like animals and ride on them and things like that. So this is a very critical. That means animals it kills has to go to the digestive system and get converted by the biochemical processes to its own human muscles, or we can say the lion muscles or monkey muscles and so on. That is the very different thing. Humans are the only organisms on the planet Earth who have the ability to use other animals' muscular energy even without killing them. That means if you domesticate, let's say, a dog, you can use the dog for protection. That means that really help, right? Why protection means if it sits in front of you, if the thief or anybody comes, it attacks him, that you just to keep quiet. So it is some help. And of course, it can help you a lot in hunting the corners, the prey, and holds them, and you can hunt and kill them, and you get energy from them. So here the dog is helping you, but you are not killing the dog. If you domesticate the horse, you can ride the horse. Instead of walking and spending your own muscular energy, you are using the horse energy. If you domesticate a donkey or a mule or like that llamas, you can put the certain load from the grain, or even you can sit there back, you can travel. You are use them at the beast of the burden. So you are using their animal muscular energy. Humans of course also use inanimate energy like flowing water, moving wind, windmills, so on. So humans becomes very distinct and very dominant species among animals, that is non-human animals, because they have this ability to directly use animal muscles by domesticating them. That was the major thing. Next major is, in the planet Earth, there was the energy, prehistorical processes are sequestered in the form of the coal, oil, and natural gas. Humans unearthed them. These are the coals, oil, natural gas. Since 1800, industrial civilization started. This is the muscular energy of oil slaves. They can do tremendous amount of work. You go and see in the procliners and the digging, construction of the roads, construction of the houses, and construction of millions and millions of the roadways, all are done not by humans. They are all done by the energy slaves sitting in this oil drum. This is a very, very important to comprehend, and we'll look little more like thumbnail so that put the entire thing in proper perspective. To put these things, human muscular energy is used by the Homo sapiens, simple human beings. Animal muscular energy used by the Homo sapiens, agriculturalist, after they domesticated the cows and sheep and goats and so on. And energy from the energy slaves is used by the giant humans, Homo colossus. Taking over is the improve the carrying capacity by the taking the land from the competitors, making it an agricultural land, harvest the crops. It gives the lot of energy for humans that converts into muscular energy. That means you can raise the plants from there, harvest them and eat. You can raise the domestic animals, the chicken, and growing the corn and the goats and sheep, and also the agriculture. Mechanical, muscular engines are various kinds of the drawdown. If you look at further in these things, this is the traditional agriculture, humans using the hunters and gatherers and just getting the energy by eating this animal deer up there converted the forest land and agricultural land. By taking over the land, they grow the crops, and some raise the fodder and feed the domestic animals like a horse and so on. They get more energy from them because the leftover stubbles humans themselves cannot use. Or even you let them to graze in the forest or surrounding pastures, and you keep them and give them little more shelter, you can use their energy, the muscular energy of the mule or donkeys or horses or oxen and so on. Drawing down further enhance the human carrying capacity because you are getting more energy by digging for the coal and oil. That is the industrial energy, industrial slaves. That is essentially you are unbottling, unearthing, unsequestering the oil wells and natural gas wells and so on that was sequestered for millions of years by the nature for you. This is the fossil fuels. That is one way humans become very prominent species on the planet Earth again. That's the major reason humans become very dominant species on the planet Earth compared to competitor animals. That means Homo sapien turned into Homo colossus, the dominant species, because he can now harvest, use the fossil fuel energy, the energy of the slaves sitting in the oil drums. And these slaves are not socially tabooed, unlike human slaves that people used to have, because this is they don't have anything. So this is more advantageous for humans. That means by taking over the agricultural land here, you can say the Europeans taking the New World, they have access to the more energy harvesting from the plants, and that become they're part of muscular energy, human energy. By drawing down, you get extra energy, that is the oil slaves energy. Excuse me. And how does this fit into the carrying capacity? The carrying capacity is the maximum permanently supportable load. How many people a land habitat district or a 10 kilometers, square kilometers of land can support the carry. Here, let's say the 4 people or 400 people in this land. And if you put 700 people, we are running carrying capacity deficits. If you, in the industrial agriculture, you can harvest more food, but the energy is coming from the fossil fuels. The fossil fuel slaves are providing us. That is essentially carrying capacity deficits. You are running phantom carrying capacity, not real carrying capacity. That means only energy present in your muscles, energy harvested from latching to the domesticated animals, they're the real energy, because it doesn't have any historical, that is the fossil fuel energy that provides the real carrying capacity. In the earlier days, that provided the carrying capacity surplus. Now, because we are using in the society as a whole lot of energy coming from the oil wells, the coal pits, we are running carrying capacity. We are running on phantom carrying capacity that is extremely risky for humans, that a lot of people are not aware. All our industrial lifestyles, that means if you are sitting in a car and traveling 100 kilometers here, that is essentially you are using the energy coming from there. Once the energy get depleted, you have to start doing the same traditional way, walking, or you have to use some farm animal that has to be fed, some fodder and things like that. So this is the very serious issue in the coming years, as we are depleting our oil wealth resources every day. How much this energy we get is humongous. Every day we are using 100 million barrels of oils. This year 97 here. See, as the world meter runs, these are the liter barrels of oil. One barrel is around about 160 liters. How rapidly it is depleting. So that's the very important thing. So entire thing fits into this concept of energy coming from the human muscles, coming from the domesticated animal muscles, coming from energy slaves, the industrial lifestyles, eventually the high affluence in the societies and the resource wars, and all these things are intricately, complexly interrelated to these three concepts. Hope this will provide you a broader outlook of the energy and our industrial societies and the lifestyles. And Mitru and Bandhuvam, if you take few seconds and access our channel and put your comments or suggestions, that will be greatly appreciated. We'll see you later in other presentations.